The first question is that why there is no Afghans invited to the head of this meeting. We have a lot of Afghan educated peoples, educated Afghans, and I think I'm not jealous with that Mr. Farang talked about our society and about our background and history, but I think there are a lot of details about our society that maybe an Afghan fellow, an Afghan people, educated people that they are living here in Denmark, they will explain it better than him. So this is my first question. And the second question is about that Mr. Farang talked about, I think he didn't mention about Iran government, that how they try to make more problems for Afghan government. There are a lot of what you call it, journalists and a lot of matters about that Iran helped Taliban, secret helps, but he didn't mention about that. And the third question was about war against Taliban means war against Islam. There is any hope that this war will be ended? Thank you. That was my questions.
First, I would like to thank the panel. It was very interesting, and I know that I'm from the Red-Green Alliance, Enhedslisten in Danish, and our parliamentarian, Frank Aaen, is very sorry he couldn't be here today. Yes, I would like to, you commented, Mr. Jahan on the time perspective of an exit, and you said 18 months time, and I would like you to elaborate a bit on that, because for instance, here in Denmark, I think both our party and the Socialist People's Party agree on the need to have an exit strategy from Afghanistan, but Mr. Holger K. Nielsen has suggested 2015 as a possible time frame. Sorry? Maximum, okay. Well, we are at the moment suggesting that the withdrawal of the troops as soon as possible and the beginning of an alternative strategy as soon as possible as well. And I would like you to comment a bit more on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva Flyvholm. I would allow Gunnar Olsen to answer the first question about Afghans in the panel, and I might also add women. Not that men they got good points, but we should maybe have been a bit more balanced. So please, Mr. Gunnar Olsen.
Thank you very much for this grateful task. The time of the miracles is still here. We are grateful for the small miracle this hearing came about, but they do have their limitations. And the answer to your first question, yeah, was really very simple. It's found in the total absence of any major resources on the part of the organizers, including no financial resources, no employees whatsoever. So within what it was possible to accomplish on this background, we have started with what you said and been looking high and looking low to find good Afghan people. But we could not find anyone who happened to be here. Maybe we did not know the right connections, but that was the way it was. The ones we could find would be too expensive in terms of flight tickets. So that's why. And about the women, well, it's a similar situation. We wish there had been more. But no of the panelists were ready to undertake any operations or something. So and the only one we found happened unfortunately to fall ill on the day of the occasion. So these are the simple facts. These are some of the realities when you have to rely on a purely voluntary ad hoc organization against the power structure of, albeit small, still a whole country. Thank you very much.
And now, Mr. Farhan Jahanpur, you have 3 questions directed towards you.
Well, the first one is, I'm not a spokesman for the Iranian government, I can assure you. I've lived most of my life in Britain. I'm British by nationality. I don't know, and I'm being absolutely honest with you, what the Iranian government is up to as regards the Taliban. The Americans from time to time, and not so much the Americans, the newcomers, have been dropping these hints. Iran is helping the Al-Qaeda, Iran, the same as Saddam Hussein was helping Al-Qaeda. The Taliban came to power as a Saudi-Pakistani organized group with Wahhabi tendencies. Iran was supporting mainly the Shiites' Northern Alliance. Iran was financing them even at the time when the Americans were financing the Taliban and fighting against Northern Alliance. When the Taliban got control of Kabul, one of the first things was to go to Mazar-e-Sharif, massacre a very large number of people, and kill 12 Iranians, 8 politicians, people in the consulate, and 4 journalists. They nearly went to war. Iran assembled 100,000 forces on the border to fight against the Taliban. To think that a Shi'i, sort of radical Shi'i government in Iran is supporting a radical Sunni hostile force honestly does not stand to reason. And in fact, General Petraeus some time ago said there is no evidence for